Hi everybody, Laura here from Maidenhead Chiropractic. Happy Blue Monday, or should I say Grey Monday. I was actually reading about it today, wondering where on earth did it come from, and actually it's quite a new phrase, Blue Monday, coined by travel agents, shocker, because when you get to today, normally, you've broken your New Year's resolution, you're fat after Christmas, or that's just my case, you broke after Christmas, and the weather's normally pretty pants, and I think it's fairly bang on actually. It's blooming good marketing, that's for sure. So I was thinking about my New Year's resolutions, which I never make, and what I want to do this year anyway. One thing that I started doing last year, and I've carried on into this year, is looking at my cellular health. As a woman now of 41, so a certain age, or coming up to a certain age, it's really important for me in particular to look after my own cellular health, leading into perimenopause, and old Laura will thank younger Laura for what I did. So last year and the year before actually I started weight building, and weight building is the wrong word, muscle building isn't it, weightlifting, or weight building if you're doing both. And that helped me a lot. I found a sport and an activity that I've really enjoyed, and that I want to carry on. I've not done as much from injury over the last 12 months, but that is definitely something that I want to go back into. In the last 12 months, I've really been looking at more of a cellular health, and something that some of you may have heard of, a term called biohacking. So biohacking is looking at really how your body works and seeing how you can improve it in the best way that you can, on a cellular level. So for me, it's taken 12 months of trial and error, and I'm still trying different things to kind of get to a point where I'm taking certain vitamins regularly. Now, with all that said, 2 minutes in, I'm going to cut to the chase. This is what I'm going to talk about today. You may be experimenting with vitamins and minerals and seeing what's right, and there's so many out there, and it's an absolute minefield, and wondering what on earth should you take and where on earth do you start. I'm going to caveat all of this with, I'm a chiropractor. I am not a functional medicine doc, although I've got a lot of interest in it and want to study it. I am not a medical doctor, so if you're going to start taking anything, do get professional recommendations beforehand as well. So just thought I'd tell you what I take on a daily basis, why I take it, and it may help you understand what this is all about, and you may decide you want to try some things as well. So first thing is I take Perfect. I'm not advertising any of these, okay? I don't know any other brands that do this, but I'm not sponsored or affiliated by any of these brands, just so you know. I take Perfect Aminos every day. I fast every morning until, well, try and go as long as possible, so usually about between 2 and 4. I'll take that with water. I normally have a 750ml bottle, so there is no calories in this, no sugar actually. I think it uses stevia, and it tastes really nice. It helps me get my water in. I'll normally add some sea salt, so getting good quality sea salt, not your table salt with anti-caking agents in and whatnot, but just really fine mineral salts to help you absorb the water as well. This has your 8 essential amino acids in here, okay, so when you're fasting that's great, and you're not eating a meal, but you're still getting the essential amino acids that you need. This helps with your bone health, your cardiovascular health, your muscular health as well, so it's really good as a way of starting your day. Next up, now I'm not going to do these in the order that I take them because I've got quite a lot, but I'm just going to go through the supplements that I take. So first of all, I've been taking TMG. I think I don't need to take this once I've run out of this pot, because I seem to be taking a lot of the stuff that this does in other things as well. TMG, I'm going to refer to my notes now. Trimethylglycine, okay, it's actually naturally occurring in the body, and it helps to break down homocysteine. Homocysteine is very inflammatory, and the high levels of homocysteine in the body is linked to cardiovascular issues. So I was taking that first and foremost just to protect my heart, really, my cardiovascular system. The next one's a bit of a biggie. It's a methyl multinutrient. I really like BioCur's products. This is basically a multivitamin, but it's methylated. Okay, I know I don't methylate. That's a very big topic. The gene MTHFR can be checked. You can go and see somebody for that. But basically, this helps me to take folic acid or take folate instead of folic acid and use it, and also methylated B vitamins, which my body can then take and use as well. Methylation, it helps gene expression, and it helps turn genes on and off. And so by taking the methylated form, it just helps your body to use those vitamins and appropriately and actually absorb them as well. Otherwise, if you take folic acid but you don't methylate, for example, you're just going to excrete it straight out, so we don't want that. Okay. The next one, let me have a look which one I want to show you next. Resveratrol, where are you? There we are. I've been using British supplements for this one, resveratrol. This is antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, so really important in helping your body. Okay, it helps heart and brain health and also joint health, but it also turns on sirtuin, which is a longevity gene as well. So I'm now looking more closely at biohacking, which you've probably heard, and so this and a couple more supplements are more along the biohacking line that I've been doing. The next one is ultraficetin. Okay, again, this is a anti-inflammatory tablet. This is from the longevity box, but there's lots of different places that you can get them from. It's just what I found. It's a senolytic, and a senolytic, it helps to kill zombie cells. Zombie cells are cells that have already done their job in your body. They won't die and go. Okay, so they're just hanging around in your body, causing havoc. And as we get older, they're just building up and up and up, and they're in your body, building up and releasing substances that accumulate in tissues, and releasing harmful substances. I'm just going to check my notes, make sure I'm giving you the right information here. These substances that they release in the body, it promotes inflammation, dysfunction, age-related diseases, and these age-related diseases could be things like heart disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer as well. So I'm all for protecting against any of those problems. And I have read and listened to a podcast, actually, I think it's 2/3 or 70% of women are more likely to develop Alzheimer's, certainly as we get older and get through perimenopause and into menopause. So a lot of what I'm doing is actually to protect against that as well. The next one is spermidine. Spermidine is found naturally inside the body as well, and this activates something called autophagy. I think of autophagy, I'm going to show my age now, is it Tetris, where they had those cells that ate? They're the ones that eat all the dead cells, so it activates gobbling up all the dead cells in the body, and so that just makes room for regenerated, good and new and healthy cells, which is what we want in the body, doing the job and not hanging around creating havoc in the system. The next one, I suppose, when we get to really the biohacking, are NMNs. Now, again, this is by British Supplements. Bit of a buzzword at the moment, NMN and NAD. NMN is a precursor to NAD. It boosts levels of NAD, okay, and this is critical for energy and DNA repairing aging, beg your pardon. It's good for energy metabolism, and as we get older we have lower levels of this, so just having some NMNs in just helps boost that and give you a little bit more energy as well. And that just helps build up your metabolism and your resilience in your body, so make sure you've got all of those in. The other one is Mega EPA, BioCare again. Mega EPA is just high and potent levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which again are really anti-inflammatory, great for your brain health, great for your heart health as well, and also for sight. Okay, and as you get older, so we all need a little bit of support here and there. I also take, to help with vision support, it's a vision support formula, and that's just a vitamin A to help with that as well. I think there's a few other bitties and bobbies in it, but essentially it's quite high levels of vitamin A to help with that. It's got things in like the NAC and something else I was taking as well. No, men of the NAC and vitamin C. Back to the Mega EPA. So yeah, just a high dose, helps with brain health, heart health, vision, and also that was it. It includes naturally occurring vitamin E, which as we get older again, anything to help the skin, I'm down with. What else have I got to show you? Winter, where is my vitamin D? I take vitamin D3 K2 from the Health Hub. Vitamin D is normally fat soluble, so you're better taking it with a meal. This one is actually sublingual, you just put it under your tongue. It contains stevia rather than sugar, which is great, and the K2 helps you to absorb D3. Obviously I take this during the winter months, or when I'm not getting enough sunlight, less so in summer. And with vitamin D3, it helps with protection again, it helps your immune system for a start. And that's how I actually found out about it, because I used to get quite a few bad colds, and I got diagnosed with D3 deficiency, vitamin D deficiency, which is amazing because as a pale redhead who basically reflects the sun, I never ever thought I would be deficient of sunlight, but apparently I was. And then of course low levels of vitamin D are also associated with rickets, and there is apparently a comeback in rickets at the moment. Kids not getting out, playing computer games instead of getting out and enjoying the sunshine. On the rare occasion we get it, certainly at this time of year. So it's super important that actually if you're not getting out enough in the winter months, that you are actually supplementing with vitamin D as well, even if it's just to support your immune system amazingly. We went through, no we didn't, did we? NAC. Okay, this is my NAC one that I take. This again, it provides amino acid, or the amino acid cysteine, okay, and this supports the body's functions, the body's production of glutathione, okay. This is essential for detox, okay, so, and it supports immune health as well, and cellular protection against cardiovascular disease, oxidative stress. For me, it's the detox pathways that I'm really concerned with here with NAC. Take this a lot during party season, so over Christmas, or any time that I'm overindulging with sugars and alcohols. So this is a really, really good one when you're a bit ropey, but also just to help support the liver. That's the one that's really important. Have I got everything? Berberine, where are you? Okay, this is another one from British Supplements, and this helps control blood sugar. So again, down with that, blood sugar, high blood sugar, actually obviously is associated with diabetes and other health issues around diabetes, but it's actually very aging for the body as well. Like when you think about smoking or drinking too much alcohol, berberine can help reduce the sugar levels again. Zinc, I've not got any on me because I've run out and I've ordered some, but that just helps support the immune system. Zinc's really good for supporting the immune system even when you've got a cold. Now a lot of people start taking vitamin C when they've got a cold. Vitamin C is really good to protect against getting a cold. Once you've got a cold, vitamin C is fairly useless. You're better just sticking to zinc. Collagen is the other one. It's in a tub, you can't see it. I take collagen as well. So collagen is kind of like the scaffold for your skin, your nails, your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons. So it's great from an aesthetics point of view for good skin, okay, and we all want good skin. But also, again, as you get older, you don't have as much collagen in your body, so it's great to supplement with it. If you're an athlete, or if you've got an injury, if you've rolled your ankle, tendons problems, ligament problems, it's absolutely great for repairing those as well. So I'd be taking it really just as a benefit to your health more than anything else. And then I take electrolytes with my water. That's the other two more things. Actually, electrolytes with my water to help me drink it. So I've got a will powders in here as well. Forgot to add actually, which I'll go to now. So I take a will powders electrolytes. That's just because I like that flavour. It's a cherry one. There's lots of different brands now that do it. Water is a bit boring, so anything that helps me get my water in. So I'll have about 2 of these a day. One with the electrolytes, one with the perfect aminos. This is 700, where I take it right up, it's about 750, so I've done 1.5 litres. I'll then have a glass of water with lunch. If I eat lunch, a glass of water with dinner, and then a herbal tea in the evening. So that takes me well over my 2 litres, which is brilliant. I think I need 1.8 for my own body, so a little bit too much is not a problem. In the morning, I also take a coffee, and like I say, I fast. So I will have a coffee with a keto powder, which is basically just a fat powder which will not break your fast, and also creatine monohydrate. I have 2 of these a day, and there's about 10 milligrams of creatine in each coffee. The fat will help satisfy any hunger, so it'll stop me from getting hungry. Also drinking water, which I'll come to in a moment. The creatine monohydrate, again being that woman of a certain age and protecting my brain. There's been some pilot studies recently that's showing that 20 milligrams of creatine monohydrate does actually cross over into the blood-brain barrier. This is important for people with Alzheimer's, so it can have a positive impact in helping people with the symptoms of Alzheimer's. I want to try and prevent it, so I'm using it as a preventative at the moment, and long may that continue. So for women, it's really important. It's not just for bodybuilding as we think, but and I don't use it for bodybuilding at all. Mine is more for my neurological health again. It also helps with supporting muscle memory as well, not muscle memory, just normal memory, which is really important, and cognition and energy to the brain. So anything that just helps you just be that little bit more sharper, function a bit more, particularly if you suffer with brain fog. So women, again, going through menopause will suffer these types of symptoms. This is a great support for you as well. Chuck it in your coffee, a really good quality one, mix it up. It's usually tasteless. It can get a bit gritty at the bottom. It's a bit like drinking sand. I don't always drink that bit, won't lie. But I won't throw that bottom bit away. I'll top my coffee up with that and then hope to dissolve a little bit more in there as well. So that is that in there. Water. I was talking about water a moment ago. I try and get over 2 litres a day. If you're also suffering with brain fog, headaches, feeling lethargic, or even hunger, a lot of times we are just thirsty. And if you're not drinking enough water, this may be the case. Now, if you're really, really dehydrated, you're probably never feeling thirsty anyway, so you might reach for a cup of tea rather than water. This is a surefire way of proving that you're dehydrated, chronically dehydrated. If you're a bit dehydrated, you'll start feeling thirsty. So the first sign of dehydration is thirst, okay? So you've let it go a little bit too long. Just try and take little sips through the day to stop even getting to that point. But then again, after a salty meal, you may need some extra hydration. If you are chronically dehydrated and you start drinking water, one thing that a lot of my patients always complain about is that they need to pee a lot. This is the case. Imagine watering a plant that's not been watered for a long time. It's really dry. The water just runs off the sides, and it's basically how I imagine it's what's happening in your own body. You've got so much going on in there that you do need to just keep watering your body. There's a lot of stuff built up in your kidneys over that period of time that your body just needs to get rid of. Help your body, and after a few days that will start to calm down. So I got caught off on the last moment. So as I was saying, your body will thank you anyway. Yeah, I think that actually covers everything anyway. If you've got any questions, you can always contact me through our website, www.maidenheadchiropractic.com. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really love your feedback. If there's anything else you want me to discuss, I'd also really love your feedback. If you like and follow, that would actually mean the world to us. And if you think this was useful, please send it on to somebody else. Anyway, bye for now. Happy Blue Monday.